Hello, Cothern Cards community. Good to see everyone here tonight. Got a little bit of a different setup going on tonight, so gonna be testing this out, seeing how I like it. Hopefully, everybody's having a good night so far tonight. We're just hanging out, waiting for things to get going. Gonna be messing with a couple things behind the scenes. Make sure to say hi in chat. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll get started here in just a second. If anybody's interested in picking up packs tonight, go ahead and hit !shop, or the easier way to do it is just visit cotherncards.com. I've set up a website that has all the information you need to know. It's got a walkthrough video up at the top. You can watch that to see how things work, or you can just scroll down the page. It's pretty self-explanatory. You fill out the Google form that's embedded. Up top, you can see the current inventory available and prices. They're also right above my head, so just visit cotherncards.com and fill out that form. It tells you how everything works. Payment is by PayPal, friends and family. No notes, please. Everything I need is on the form you fill out. So while we're waiting for any pack sales to come in, I am going to go ahead and get started doing some sorting. I have a commander deck I bought from Caltime that I need to get sleeved up and go through, so I will start out by doing that. It's called Phantom Premonition. I opened this up on Cothern Cards YouTube channel. If you haven't had a chance yet, appreciate a subscription there, and if you're watching this live or the recording, always appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. It helps me out a lot and it costs you absolutely nothing. Also, if you're watching on Twitch or the Twitch recording, definitely appreciate you. You can just hit that follow button down below. That would help me out a lot as well. So I've already gotten a couple of cards. I have all of the rares sleeved, rares and mythics, and I have the commander double sleeved already. So let's go ahead and take a look at this wonderful Pringle of a commander. You can see the flex going on there. Good thing it doesn't go on the deck, right? The commander is Raynar the Ever Watchful. For 2, a white and a blue, it's a 2/3 legendary spirit warrior with flying and vigilance. The first card you foretell each turn costs 0 to foretell. Whenever you exile one or more cards from your hand or permanents from the battlefield, create a 1/1 spirit creature token with fly. Gonna go ahead and get these sleeved up real quick, and then we'll go through and see what all the cards do. I've messed with some settings. Hopefully it helps. We should be looking at 1080p streaming, not the face webcam, but the other cam. So the sleeves I need. Realized the settings I was using was not properly streaming, so apologize for that in the past. Hopefully better quality helps out there. Going through and sleeving these up real quick. Gonna end up double sleeving them, so we can go through them after they are sleeved up. But you can take a look as I'm getting them sleeved. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Got that, guys. get a better setup with. And let's test the sound level real quick. Like I'll need to do it back. Sorry about that, guys. Definitely need to get a microphone stand so I can get this big giant thing out of my face, but we'll just deal with it for now. Like we got an ad going on Spotify. I hate when they do that. Those music ads, sometimes YouTube does not like that. Hopefully I got that off in time. Looks like we have lots of it. Go figure that's how it works, right? Hey Emily, good to see you here. How are you doing tonight? I'm going through and sleeving up my Phantom Premonition Commander deck from Caltime. As soon as I'm done sleeving this up, we will go through the cards one by one. How are you doing tonight? Out of a good weekend? Let me know what you did. If there's anything you want to talk about Magic related, happy to chat about that as well. Leave a note down in chat. Gonna get the music started back up here. I'm good. Glad to hear you're doing well. I'm doing good as well. Had a pretty uneventful weekend. Been a pretty busy week with work, so I actually worked a little bit last night. That's never fun. But you got to do what you got to do. So it is what it is. Hear anything interesting Magic related recently that you want to talk about, or maybe deck you're building, or any packs you've cracked recently? Would love to hear how all that's going. Any upcoming sets you're excited about, happy to chat about that as well. Really close to 100 subs. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. I think I'm at 93 right now, which is just amazing considering like 30 days ago I wasn't even at 50. So hopefully that continues. Once I get to 100 subs, then I can have the customized YouTube link. So if you have any Magic friends that enjoy watching Magic pack cracking YouTube videos, I would appreciate you sending them over to my channel. Of course, that is definitely not a requirement, but appreciate every sub I can get. But at the same time, if they're not interested in that type of stuff, no worries at all. So it's funny how these sleeves, some of them are pretty loose and then some of them are kind of tight. So that's makes you wonder, because they're supposed to be quote perfect fit, but they're very slightly, but it's noticeable. They vary in size. I think anytime you manufacture anything, unless you're paying a ton of money for it, it is generally not going to meet specifications perfectly. That's for sure. Usually a mana red player. Love burn and aggro. I've seen that mono red aggro is doing really well in standard right now. You normally play commander or standard? You prefer drafting? What format is your favorite to play? I think maybe not in this. Here we have the popular Magic formats. You can play standard, booster draft, or commander. Lots of other options too, of course. There's Pauper, Modern. Lots of things you can play, that's for sure. Standard. Yeah. Do you play on Arena a lot, or do you play in person? I've been doing a lot of Caltime drafting on Arena lately. It's been a lot of fun. Thought I was getting better, had some really good finishes, and then last night I went 0-3, so that kind of hurt. But it happens. There's always a little bit of variance. Actually, in Magic, it feels like there's quite a bit of variance. So, that just kind of is what it is. What's your favorite red card right now? Have you had a chance to play with Goldspan Dragon yet from Caltime? Because I've seen that pop up a lot in the red decks. Local game store only opened up standard last week. Justin thanks for the follow. Definitely appreciate it. Good to have you here tonight. Yeah, LGS is my LGS actually just opened events back up. They are not sanctioned events, but they are events. So always glad to see those happening again. They have some pretty strict rules in place. You have to pre-register online to attend, and then they have really strict distancing rules. Everybody has to wear masks and whatnot. I won't be able to participate yet because I have a 3-month-old daughter at home, so we're trying to be a little more careful right now, although if circumstances were different, I think I might have been willing to try it out, but not willing to risk the daughter's health, at least not until things have calmed down a little bit more. Things in my state have gotten better, so definitely appreciate that, but it's still not far from perfect, as I'm sure everybody is well aware. Embercleave is a lot of fun. On Arena, I have a red-white Boros deck that I play, and Embercleave has definitely won me a fair share of games, that is for sure. So, like, I have a leftover. Okay, so I've got everything sleeved up. Now we can start going through this deck while I end up double sleeving it. I don't think it's all going to stay in one stack right now. It's still pretty slick. So, I have not looked at these cards in detail. I am a new commander player, so I'm still getting a feel for all the cards. I've actually never played a game of commander yet, which is kind of hard to believe. It's I know it's a popular format, but not popular when I played last time, and you can't play on Arena, which is how I get most of my games in right now. Okay, let's see. So we have Emily over on YouTube, I believe, and we have Just an Eye over on Twitch. Definitely appreciate you stopping by. Just an Eye, you have anything you want to chat about today? Happy to talk about anything Magic related, or even non-Magic related to a certain degree. The reason why I'm keeping the cards off to the side is because if they go over here, they have a pretty nasty glare. So we're going to keep them right here at the edge of the frame. Try to avoid that glare. So first up, we have Swift Boots. It's an equipment for 2. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste, and you can equip it for 1. That's heard this is a pretty versatile card, and I can definitely see why now that I have finally read it. Soul Ring, this is a EDH staple. Pay 1 for an artifact, tap it, and add 2 colorless. So definitely ramp and pretty useful. Sky Diamond, Mana Rock. Which deck is this? This is the Caltime Phantom Premonition deck. So I've not made any changes yet. This is actually my second or tied for first commander deck. I got both the Caltime decks at the same time. So this is just the second one that I've decided to sleeve up. Do Sky Diamond for 2. Enters battlefield tapped, and you can tap it to add a blue. Not quite as useful as Soul Ring, but color specific, so that's always good. Mind Stone, an artifact for 2. Tap it to add a colorless. Pay 1 to tap, sacrifice, draw a card. Meteor Golem, 7 for a 3/3 artifact creature. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Marble Diamond, another one of those mana rocks, 2, and it creates white mana, plains, whatever you want to call it. Used to play a budget commander deck and it wasn't that good, so I kind of phased out of playing commander because I don't want to spend too much money on a commander deck. Yeah, commander can be ridiculously expensive. I think it's about finding a play group that is willing to play at the power level and budget that you have in mind, which can be tough depending on where you play. This one we have Commander Sphere. That's A3, and you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, your commander's color identity. You can also tap it and sacrifice it to draw a card. Next up is Burnished Heart. 3 for a 2/2 artifact creature. Pay 3 and sacrifice it. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle your library. So it's nice that this actually gets them onto the battlefield. You don't have to play them out 1 per turn, but you're into it for 6 by the time you get there. Glorious Signet. It's an artifact for 2. It does not come into play tapped, and you can pay 1 and tap it to add a white and a blue. Arcane Signet, 2, does not come into play tapped. Tap it and add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Now we're getting into the non-artifacts. We have Thunderclap Wyvern, 2, a white and a blue for a 2/3 flyer with flash. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. That can be a nifty combat trick. For casual EDH, the Caltime Elves deck is actually pretty solid right out of the box. My son plays with it occasionally. It's not bad, especially for pre-con.
We heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public.
Starman wants to advertise to him. Yeah, I think the Elves deck is going to be fun. There are definitely some easy, inexpensive tweaks you can make, like adding Llanowar Elves. I would love to add a coat of arms if I can get one. I used to have that when I played the first time, but I sold my collection, so I don't have one right now. This card right here is Soul Herder, 1 white and a blue for a 1/1. Whenever a creature is exiled from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on it. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile another target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its own control. So, that's interesting that it says under its owner's control, but I guess there are reasons for that. So, yeah, I think that Elves deck is going to be a lot of fun. There's just so much interesting stuff that you can do with Elves, but if you're playing the wrong opponents, I would imagine that you can very easily get knocked out. The Mist Meadow Witch is 1 and a white or blue. Pay 2, a white and a blue, exile target creature. Bring that card to the battlefield under its owner control at the beginning of the next end step. So you don't even have to like sacrifice this creature or anything. So that's pretty powerful, I think. It's an uncommon, so it's not like super broken. It's kind of expensive, but it's a neat little trick. The downside is your opponent knows that you have that. So whenever you play that, they know to prepare for it. Migratory Route, or Route, depending on how you say it. 3, a white and a blue. Create 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying. Basic land cycling. You can pay 2 and discard this card. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. That's the first time I've seen that ability, so that's pretty interesting. We also have Empyrean Eagle. Flying. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. It's a 2/3 for 1, a white, and a blue. If anybody's interested in picking up packs tonight to have cracked live on stream, just visit cotherncards.com. It is listed right up above. Those are the packs we have available and how much they cost. If you have any questions, leave me a note in chat. Be happy to crack some packs for you and ship you whatever you want based on the shipping and handling charges. Emily says, kind of jealous. Magic Channel seems really fun. It is fun, but it's a lot more work than you would think. Definitely enjoying it though. I would not do it if I didn't. So, you know, I mean, honestly, you can start with just your phone, like the camera right up there that I'm using is a phone. And then that camera right there is a webcam that's like from 2008 or something. I definitely need to upgrade that. That's one of the next things on the list of equipment to get, but definitely not making any money from this yet. So all the money that goes into it is money that could otherwise be spent on Magic. So it's kind of hard to balance the two. The Cloud Blazer is a 2/2 with flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. It is an expensive 3, a white and a blue though. Windfall for 2 and a blue. Each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. So that's definitely a commander focused card. Whirler Rogue is 2 and 2 blue. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control, and target creature cannot be blocked this turn. That can be very powerful if you have a big stompy creature. Seagate Oracle is up next. Again, this is the Caltime Phantom Premonition deck. For 2 and a blue, you get a 1/3. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in your hand and the other on the bottom of your library. That's nice to give you some options. Muldrifter's up next for 4 and a blue. It is a 2/2 with flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. Evoke for 2 and a blue. You may cast this spell at its evoke cost. If you do, it's sacrificed when it enters the battlefield. So that's a quicker way to draw 2 cards, but you don't get to keep the creature. Mistraven is 2 and 2 blue for a 2/2 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature to its owner's hand. This would be infinitely better if it had flash. Ghostly Flicker is up next. It is 2 and a blue. Exile 2 target artifact creatures and or lands you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under your control. So this can help out with some of those trigger abilities. That's definitely very cool. Wall of Omens is Ofar Wall for 1 and a white. Has Defender. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. I would think that is something that would probably get replaced in the deck. Maybe I'm wrong, because it's card draw in white. It's relatively inexpensive, but it doesn't seem amazing. Return to Dust. I've seen this card plenty of times. 2 and 2 whites. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If you cast this spell during your main phase, you may exile up to 1 other target artifact or enchantment. So, as long as you play it at sorcerer speed, basically, you get a 2 for 1. Well, I guess you can play it at instant speed as a reaction during your main phase. But Momentary Blink for 1 and a white. Exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So you got to make sure you're the owner of that creature that you blink. It has Flashback for 3 blue. Flashback's not something I've seen recently. It was a mechanic in the sets when I used to be playing. Emily says, I really want to buy a pack, but I can't right now, so I'll probably buy one in another stream. Not a problem at all, Emily. I do not want to pressure anybody to buy packs. Make sure you do not buy packs if it is not in your budget. Magic is a fun thing. Definitely not something people should be going into debt for or anything like that. So I will be here whenever you're ready. I stream on Monday and Thursday nights, starting between 8 and 8:30. See, we have Paws here tonight. Thanks for stopping by, Paws. Going pretty good. Having fun going through the Phantom Premonition Caltime deck right now. So that is a lot of fun. I'm glad you were able to stop by. Hopefully, you got your son down for bed and you're able to have a nice chill evening as well. Looks like lost the music. Get that going again. Nice, sounds good. Glad to be here. And I forgot to ask earlier, hopefully someone can mention, hopefully the sound levels are okay, the music's not too loud, and everything looks good. But if you see or hear anything out of the ordinary, please let me know, and I will get that taken care of. Found out I was not streaming in HD last stream by our friend Cards with Michael, so I have gotten that taken care of. Hopefully it is upgraded and looking better now. Gonna switch over to live stream that running, and that looks much better. So glad things are going well there. So here we have Core Cartographer. Back to what I need to have up. See everything. Probably buy one on Thursday. Yeah, Emily, that's cool. If Thursday works for you, just let me know. I'll be here on Thursday. I added a new shipping option because I wanted people to be able to buy like a single pack without going broke, paying for shipping. So for shipping and handling, for $1, I'll ship up to 6 cards in a plain white envelope. That's because it keeps it under an ounce, and I can use those non-machinable stamps to make sure it gets to you. That's pretty much at cost, so hopefully that helps out there. Pays for the envelope, the 75-cent stamp, and the top loader. If you order a lot of packs and want more than 6 cards shipped, well, the other thing about the plain white envelope shipping is it doesn't have tracking and is at your risk. All the other ones have tracking. So for $5, no matter how many packs you buy, I will ship you the hits only. The hits are the rares, mythics, foils, and any card that's over $1. So if there's like a bomb uncommon that's really expensive, you're going to get that too. Or if you want to buy all, or if you want all the cards shipped to you, that's $9. And really the reason why that's so much more expensive is because if you're getting into a bunch of packs, shipping all those commons is not going to be cheap. That is for sure. So that is an option. Also, to help people save on shipping, if you plan on buying packs across multiple streams, I'm more than happy to hold on to your cards until it gets closer to when you want them shipped to you. You just pay for shipping once, as long as it stays under the limits, and then I will ship to you whenever you want. Just let me know. It might take me a day or two, depending on when I can get to the post office to get it shipped, but it should not be a problem. If anybody does have any questions, just let me know. You can drop a note in chat, or you can send me email, cotherncards@gmail.com. Hard part is deciding what pack to buy. Well, the good news is they're all right behind me. So we have the Caltime collector packs up top, Zendikar Rising Draft. I think that's Core 2021 down there. Then we have Caltime set packs. I think that's Pharaoh's Beyond Death, Jumpstart, Throne of Eldraine, and Ikoria. So I have plenty of options. Whoops, hit the table. Sorry about that, guys. But plenty of options. The only box that's actually been open so far is that Jumpstart box, but I'm happy to crack into anything. I keep all these packs separate from my personal packs, so you never have to worry about me pulling all the good packs out or anything like that. Not that you really can. It doesn't show the price for Jumpstart. I think it's right up there. It says Jumpstart 19 packs at $6 each. Let me look on the form real quick and make sure that's there. Looks like it's on the form. Looks like Charmin wants to advertise to us again. Sorry about that, guys. Let me check cotherncards.com real quick. But Paws there, $6. So if you want any, just let me know. Trying to load up my website, see if I can get that working, but it's being a little bit slow. But yeah, Jumpstart packs are $6 each. Hey Chaos, how you doing? Good to see you in chat. Hopefully you're having a good week. Let me know how you're doing and what you are up to tonight. Definitely try to keep pack prices affordable. Jumpstart's been really hard to get a hold of though, so it's a little more expensive than the other sets. Should have a box of Commander Legends coming in. Not sure what the price is on those yet for sure. I want to say it's going to be somewhere around $5. I'll have to run the numbers once I get the box. Life's been a roller coaster. Well, hopefully you're at one of the highs right now. But if not, I hope things turn around soon for you, buddy. Don't want anybody hanging out in those lows too long. So it's been a crazy year, that is for sure. If you guys haven't had a chance yet, Paws is also a YouTuber. Channel is Paws Brown. He cracks packs and does all sorts of fun lives and chats and stuff. So if you get a chance, head over to YouTube and check him out there. Justin I is also a YouTuber. I believe it is Just and I, his YouTube channel name. Sorry if I messed that up, buddy. If it's not Just and I, let me know. I'll be happy to shout out the correct thing. So bad with like when I'm watching a video, I know I'm like, oh, it's Just an I, or it's Paws, and then some people have different channel names than what they go by, so that's where I start getting a little bit confused. But anyway, we're going through the Phantom Premonition deck here from Caltime. It is one of the 2 commander decks. We're on Core Cartographer. It is 3 and a white for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a plains card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle your library. Or, in the new wording, then shuffle. You could do a little shuffle dance, that'd be pretty interesting. Gold Knight Commander is 3 and a white for a 2/2. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. This deck has a lot of expensive creatures, but they have some pretty neat abilities. Just an I MTG. Okay, I thought I was forgetting something. Yes, payment is through PayPal. It's to cotherncards@gmail.com. Friends and family, no notes. All the information is on the form. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, I'm excited, Emily, to see the pack that's cracked too. Definitely looking forward to that. And if you can't get it, Emily, it's no big deal. Seriously, I'll be here Mondays and Thursdays, so whenever you're ready, just let me know. I mean, I understand money's tight for a lot of people right now, and this is just a fun thing. So I will be here whenever you are ready. Also, if you want, I can do a YouTube video too. If you just shoot me an email and you want to do it not on the stream and have me record a YouTube video, I can do that as well. So here we have Ghostly Prison for 2 and white. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. That can get pricey, and it would definitely slow down my other deck, that Elves deck. Flicker Wisp is up next for 1 and 2 white. It is a 3/1 elemental with flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile another target permanent. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So I assume that's whoever plays, or this isn't Flash, so you play it on your turn, and then basically your end step would be the next end step, so it would come back into play at the end of the turn. This can be useful if somebody stole your creature. You can exile it and then get it back, so that's pretty neat. Then we have Evangel of Heliod. It is 4 and 2 white. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to your devotion to white. That can get out of control fast, I would imagine. Then we have Wild Goat Ranger. 3 and 2 white for a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, create 3 1/1 white Kithkin soldier creature token. Tap 3 untapped Kithkin you control. Wild Goat Ranger gets +2/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. That's pretty fancy. Hey Peddler, good to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. I think you're on the YouTube. I have two chat screens here and I can never remember which one's which. We're going through the Caltime Phantom Premonition effect. So this is Banishing Light, 2 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Thanks, Paws. I guess you are on Twitch because you said he's on YouTube, which means you are not. Here's a fun Caltime card right here. 3 for Replicating Ring. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Beginning of your upkeep, add a night counter. When there are 8 or more, remove them and create 8 colorless, no artifact tokens. Replicated Ring. With tap, add 1 mana of any color. Thankfully, it's not Replicating Ring because 8 turns later, you would then get 8 more. So the doubling effect only works on the first one. Emily's going to go look through the forum for the instructions. I'm going to be gone for a few minutes. Sounds good, Emily. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, if anybody wants to check out that forum, it is on cotherncards.com. Just got the website set up recently. So Paws is just relaxing tonight. Hope you're having a good time. Maybe sorting some cards of your own while I sort my cards. So here we have Vega the Watcher. It's 1 a white and a blue. The 2/2 flyer. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, draw a card. This works great with Foretell. Then we have Nico Defies Destiny. 1 white and a blue. On the first turn, you gain 2 life for each Foretell card you own in exile. On the next turn, you add a white and a blue. You spend this mana to Foretell cards or cast spells that have Foretell. Then on turn 3, return target card with Foretell from your graveyard to your... I haven't seen any Foretell cards yet, so that must mean they're coming in the next chunk of cards. So, speaking of the next chunk, here they are. For anybody who missed the little explainer, the reason why these are not centered on the screen, sorry if that's messing with anybody's OCD. If they get centered on the screen, they have this nice glare. So, I keep them over here where they are out of the way. Editing a video, that is always loads of fun. So glad you have something else going on while you do that. So this is Saw It Coming for 1 and 2 blue, counter target spell, or you can foretell it for 1 and a blue. So I guess we are getting into those foretell spells. Up we have Raven Form. Nasty player. For 2 and a blue, exile target artifact or creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying. Or you could pay single blue if it is already been foretold. So this is a interesting card right here because in a deck without a lot of flyers, this could cause you a lot of problems. Thankfully, I saw plenty of flyers as we were going through the creature. That should not be an issue with this deck. We hold the Multiverse for 3 and a blue. You get to scry 2, then draw 2 cards. The alternate foretell cost is 1 and a single blue. Warhorn Blast. This is a fun one if you have a bunch of creatures on the board. 4 and a white. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Its foretell cost is 2 and a white. Iron Verdict is up next. Finally, we get a little bit of removal in white for 2 and a white. It deals 5 damage to target tapped creature, and you can foretell it for a single white. Then we're getting into the lands. We have Tranquil Cove. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters, gain life. White blue land. There's your Sejiri Refuge. Basically the same thing with a different name. Opal Palace, that's a beautiful looking card. Tap it to add a colorless, or pay 1 and tap it to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. If you spend it to cast your commander, it enters the battlefield with number 1/1 counters on it equal to the number of times it has been cast from the command zone this game. That's pretty interesting and definitely requires you to keep track of what's going on. Myriad Landscape enters the battlefield tapped. When it's untapped, you can tap it and add a colorless, or pay 2 to tap it and sacrifice it. Search your library for 2 basic land cards that share a land type. Put them onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle your library. Hey, MTG Gaming Bob, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I missed which card you were talking about, so if you want to call that out real quick, I can pull it back up and we can discuss it a little bit more. Meandering River, it's some beautiful artwork right there. Definitely very interesting. It enters battlefield tapped. add a white or a blue. So this is worse than the gain life one. Myriad. Okay. Save. Oh, the one that I was on. So I guess I saw your comment pretty quickly. But yeah, that seems like a great card. I mean, it takes some time to set up, but it can definitely ramp you. I haven't played Commander a lot, so I'm not sure exactly how great it is, but it sounds like it's pretty good. Yeah, these lands in the Commander decks, some of them you definitely keep, but there's definitely some you toss out, that's for sure. So here we have Cryptic Caves. You tap it to add a colorless, pay 1, tap and sacrifice it, draw a card, activate this ability only if you control 5 or more land. And color fixing, that's a great point. I didn't think about the color fixing part. Command Tower, tap to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Doesn't come into play tap, great card. Here's another crashy tap land. Yeah, so it's a gate. It is what it is. Oh, prices that are looks like we have another ad. Get that off real quick. Glorious Chancery. Battlefield tapped when it enters the battlefield for turn. This one, you can tap it and add 2 mana, so that's a little bit better. Glacial Floodplain. This is the snow version of play tapped. Gates of Istfell. This is the interesting one. It comes with play tapped, and you can tap it to add a white, or you can pay 2 white and 2 blue and sacrifice it. You gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. It's pretty interesting that a land can be useful, so I thought that was pretty cool. Not just like this, a basic land. Now, these are the Caltime basic lands. In the packs, you will never see this because it is. See if I can get it to focus. 1 second, guys. There we go. In the booster packs, they only have Snowland. But in the bundles and the commander decks, they actually have basic land. I thought this was a really cool one. Really enjoy that plains. A little more colorful than most plains are, so maybe Peddler likes that one as well. You need those lands. Well, I have them, so I have plenty of them. So if we ever do anything, I can send some your way. At least I have plenty of some of them. Might be 1 or 2 I don't. Hey Nova Zulu, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by tonight. We're just going through the Caltime Phantom Premonition deck. Oh, Wizard is raiding. Let's take a break real quick and going through this. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hey, Ice Prophet. Hey, Jimbo Bond and Wizard Dad. Definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. If you guys haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and check out Wizard on Twitch. I'll go ahead and include his Twitch link real quick. How did your stream go, Wizard? I was there for the beginning part of it. How'd your second draft end up? Hello to Chuck Nasty and 40 Taco. Appreciate that follow, 40 Taco. Successful Boros draft. That's great. Glad to see everybody here. Wizard does Magic Arena drafting mostly on Monday through Thursday, and then right now Friday through Sunday he's playing Valheim over on Twitch, so make sure to go check him out if you get a chance. Irish Whiskey, definitely appreciate that follow. Thanks for stopping by tonight. So we are cracking packs. For anybody who's interested, you can go to cotherncards.com to see how to order packs and how the whole thing works. If anybody has any questions, let me know. That is what I have available up for sale, as well as the shipping options, and those are the cards behind me. Nova Zulu says, nice going good so far. Just took a nap. Naps are always good, although if I took a nap right now, I would not get any night. Wizard says they got to pick 8 Hackdos and a 3rd pick Phoenix of the Ash in pack 2. That sounds pretty good to me. I'm not super familiar with Theros, but I know Phoenix of the Ash is probably one of the bombs, so that is pretty sweet, especially when you're already in Boros. So we're just going through the Caltime Phantom Premonition deck real quick while we're waiting for anybody who's interested in purchasing packs. If not, we'll just keep sorting through some cards. But definitely appreciate the raid, Wizard. Hope You have a good rest of your evening, and feel free to stick around if you're interested. We also have some people over on YouTube. We have quite a few YouTube Magic the Gathering content creators, more along with pack opening and just general Magic discussion. We have Paws Brown, he's got a YouTube channel. Just and I, MTG. We also have MTG Peddler and MTG Bob, so feel free to go check all of them out. You can also find me on YouTube, search Cothern Cards. I am 7 subscribers on YouTube away from 100, so if anybody wants to head over there and subscribe, I mainly do pack opening content. Also do some pricing updates. If that's not your thing, don't worry about it at all, but I would definitely appreciate anybody who's interested in subscribing over there. And anybody who's on Twitch, definitely appreciate all the follows, so thank you very much for that. I was just going over these islands and plains here. These are actually from Caltime, and usually they're snow covered, but they actually have the non-snow covered lands in the bundle. So this is what the island looks like. I think it's one of the better ones personally. So that's the rest of that, and then we have the rares and the mythics that we need to go through, which in a commander deck you get one of everything, so they're kind of, other than the basic lands, they're all the same rarity. But here is the commander for the deck. We have Raynar the Ever Watchful, which is the Ever Glareful right now. It is 2, a white and a blue. For a 2/3 with Flying and Vigilance, the first card you foretell each turn costs 0 to foretell. When you exile one or more cards from your hand and or permanents from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Now that we have the foils out of the way, they don't glare quite as bad, which is nice. I wish the bundle had snow lands. Yeah, I don't have a lot of snow lands, so that is an issue for me too. I like how the basic non-snow lands look, but I definitely need some snow lands, and unless you crack a ton of packs, they're very hard to come by. Very Interlude is 2 and a white. For instant, exile any number of target creatures you control. Return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Great way to avoid having your creatures die in combat and get those abilities to trigger again. We have Geist Honored Monk. For 3 and 2 white, it is a star human monk with vigilance. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. So it starts out as a 2/2, potentially much more. Marshal's Anthem is 2 and 2 white. It's an enchantment with multi-kicker. Never heard of that before. You may pay an additional 1 white any number of times as you cast this spell. So you can basically kick her as many times as you want. That's a pretty interesting concept. Imagine late game, you probably have a lot more opportunity for that. Creatures you control get +1/+1. When it enters the battlefield, return up to X target creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the number of times it was kicked. That is pretty insane. That's crazy. Great late game. Restoration Angel. Just a thought about this, but it's the only way to get this foil non-snow basics from the bundle. Foil non-snow basics. MTG Gaming Bob, I think you're right. They didn't have any foils in the commander decks, and I don't know any other way to get them. So the bundle comes with 4 of each of the 5 land types, so those would be fairly rare as far as lands go. I mean, I know they've sold lots of bundles because of the cool dice. Let me grab mine real quick. This is the dice that comes in the bundle. Get the focus going. Here we go. Pretty sweet looking D20 until you get to the side that's supposed to have the Caltime logo and you go, whoops, what did they do there? I contacted Wizards and they are going to send me a replacement, so that is nice. But pretty wild error there. So glad they're sending me a replacement because this is one of the neater D20s. Definitely was glad I got that, but not glad I got that part of it. Nova Zulu asks if I've cracked any fun packs lately. As soon as we're done going through this commander deck here, these are some packs I've cracked lately, so we can go through those. And then, as always, Nova Zulu, you can check out my YouTube channel, Cothern Cards. Pretty much every pack I crack is on that channel. Paws asked if he could post at the end of your stream, if that's okay. He'd like 1 Caltime collector pack and 3 jumpstart. One of the jumpstart is a return favor for Chaos. By post, do you mean figure out what you want shipped later, or is pay at the end? Yeah, I mean, you're good for it. Pause. I trust that you'll pay me, so I can do that for you. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Just to verify, you want 1 Caltime collector pack and 3 jumpstart. So that would be 20 for the Caltime collector and 18 for the 3 jumpstart. That'd be 38 plus whatever shipping you want to do based on what we open up, or I can hold your cards, just let me know. And one of the jump starts is for Chaos as a return favor. So hopefully Chaos, if you're listening, sounds like you're going to get a pack, bud. And then MTG Gaming Bob about that dice might be worth something someday. I've heard there are quite a few errors with that, so probably not. Oh, let's grab these boxes real quick. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. Sorry about that, guys. Grab 3 jumpstart packs. We'll break open this collector box. Never actually opened a collector box, so it's fun. Pause. Which of the 3rd pack from the back for the collector's pack? Okay. Do you want the left or the right side? Left side. And then for jumpstart, which pack do you want to be Chaos's, top, middle, or bottom? Okay, so here's the collector box. Paws wants 3rd from the back, left side. Sorry guys, let me get that ad out of the way real quick. So we have one's in the very back. This is 2nd from the back. And then this one right here, the 3rd from the back. This is your pack, Paws. Okay, you want to save Chaoses for first or last? Any particular order you want to go in, let me know. Happy to get started. And thank you very much for sponsoring packs tonight, Paws. If you guys haven't had a chance, go check out his YouTube channel, Paws Brown. Okay, so top for Chaos. So this is Chaos's pack right here. Let's get started in just 1 second after this ad finishes so we can get the music going. Just a couple more seconds on this ad. Hopefully, oh, there's a 3rd one. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So let's see what Chaos got. For those that don't know, Chaos donated one of his packs to Paws. So this should be fun. Go ahead and what he got here. Keep the suspense just a little bit longer. Okay, let's see what he got. Elves. Man, Paws. This is a great pack either way. This is some fire. Chaos, I hope you're watching, bud. You know what? Let's make this a little more suspenseful, okay? I'm going to flip these over real quick. We're going to move the first few cards. I'm pretty sure the rare's the 2nd one. But this way we have a little bit more suspense for Chaos. So he has a Dwynen's Elite, Juriper Guide, Silhana Wayfinder, Hunter's Edge, Llanowar Visionary, Titanic Growth, Crushing Canopy, Presence of Gond, Thriving Grove, Wildheart Invoker, Forest, M21 Forest. Let's go ahead and get through these. No misprints, but with the Elves pack, that doesn't really matter. Either way, you're good. This pack could have a Crater Hoof Behemoth, or it could have an Allosaurus Shepherd. Chaos has been going for that Allosaurus Shepherd for a while now. Hopefully that's what he hits, but honestly, I think he'd be happy either way. You got the Crater Hoof. Congratulations, Chaos. That's a great card. You also have the Elvish Archdruid and the Skyway Sniper. Let's go ahead and get that Crater Hoof Behemoth sleeved up. Paws. Thank you very much for donating that pack to Chaos. I'm sure he is very, very grateful. Go ahead and mark his slip so that I know these Chaos's cards. So that's what that was a very nice thing to do, Paws. Do you want to go ahead and open up your Jumpstart next or the Caltime? Let me know either way. But Chaos had bought Paws a pack of Jumpstart last time and got Paws a Branching Evolution. So everybody's helping each other out here. Paws says Jumpstarts. Let's go for Jumpstart number 2. Try to get some of this trash out of the way real quick. If anybody else interested in picking up packs, go to CothernCards.com. It explains how everything works. If you have any questions, let me know in chat. Be happy to answer for you. Let's see what Paws gets in his 2 remaining packs. What's interesting is that the pull tab on these is actually in the wrong spot. So if you lose it like I just did, you have to carefully open up the rest of the pack. So, see what Paws got here. Suspense has been long enough. I get this piece of plastic off my hand. We have minions. I think I've opened this. Let's see what you get. So Paws gets a Kel's Fight Fixer, Witch's Cauldron, Eliminate, Eternal Taskmaster, Warband, Crypt Lurker, Bone Splinters, Rainpipe Vermin, Beautiful Attendant, Cool Collar's Accomplice, Nocturnal Feeder, Thriving Moor, Village Rites. Got a sweet looking swamp right there. Then the M20. So, I don't know if you have that pack yet, Paws, but hopefully Minions is not one you've had before. I have no clue what those are worth, but hopefully they're good ones. Then we're getting into our last Jumpstart pack before we break into the Collector's pack. This tab in the right spot? This tab is in the right spot, so that's nice for go ahead and make this more suspenseful again and take like the first 3 cards, slide those back. That way we don't even know what pack it is. We have Living Lightning here, Chandra's Pyroling, Kinetic Augur, Heartfire Immolator, Shock, Thrill of Possibility, Dragon Fodder, Hungry Flames, Lightning Visionary, Thermo Alchemist, that's a pretty sweet looking card, Thriving Bluff, Mountain, 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 that's pretty sweet Mountain, 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 Spellcasting, Charmbreaker Devils, do you have that one yet, Paws? And Dualcaster Mage. So no double vision, so I don't know if you have these particular ones yet. But again, you got the Charmbreaker Devil, Dualcaster Mage. So those are your 2 rares out of this pack. So, glad you didn't get the double vision, because that sounds like what you did not want. Next up, we have Paws's Caltime Collector Pack. Let's see what you have here. So this is actually the very first collector pack I've ever opened, so hopefully it's fire. What Ice Prophet's saying. So let's see what we can get here. The back Paws, you have an Elf Warrior token on one side. Be careful here not to damage any of these cards. These packs do not necessarily open easy. Unfortunately, it looks like on the back here you have a print line down the middle of your token. I think you can see it right there. Hopefully it's just on the token side of things. If you love watching live cracking packs, you are in the right place. And then on this Village Rites common, it also looks like there's a line down the front. Harder to, there you go, see it right there. But hopefully that means the cards in the middle are in good shape. So let's go ahead and see what we have in this pack. We're starting with the foil commons and uncommons. You have a Bounding Gold, the great card in limited. Next up, you have Highland Forest, one of those snow duels in foil. Beautiful looking card right there. Definitely enjoy that one. And MTG Gaming Bob over on YouTube says, good luck, Paws. We're not to the rares yet, so you got it just in time. That's a given, the line. Huggy Mob, that's another fun limited card right there. If any of Wizards followers are around, they call this card Hockey Mob. Got another foil snow duel land, getting lots of those tonight, Paws. You got an Ice Tunnel, it's pretty sweet looking. Then we have Return Upon the Tide. That's an uncommon there. Thanks, Bob. Did you sub to me finally? That's what Paws is saying over on Twitch. We have a Dual Strike, uncommon. That's not double vision, but kind of the same. And then we have our foil Snow-Covered Swamps. And now we're getting into the good stuff. I believe the next slot is the Ancillary Rare. See what you get? You have a King Narfi's Betrayal Rare. A pretty fun one right there. One a blue and a black. Each player mills 4 cards. Then you may exile a creature or planeswalker from each graveyard. Till end of turn, you may cast spells from those exiled with this card. And mana as though it were any, or mana of any color to cast the spell. Next up, we have a Extended Art Search for Glory. 2 and white. Search your library for a snow permanent card, a legendary card, or a saga card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. You gain 1 life for each snow mana spent to cast this spell. Let's get a mythic. I hope so, Paws. Let's see what the next one is. We have a rare. See what it is. We have a pathway. Pathways are nice hits. We have the Hengegate pathway, and gonna flip this over here. We have the Mistgate pathway on the other side. So pathways are always a great hit. Happy you got that one, Paws. Let's see what the next card is. We have an uncommon, Finn the Fangbearer. That's one of the more fun showcase cards to get, if you ask me. Let's see what we have next. Galaxy 11 New York Soccer Junior. We have a rare Volvari, God of Kinship. This is a showcase rare, so at least it's a showcase. And is there anything else back? Looks like there's one more. We have a foil common, Aegir the Freezing Flame. And another rare. We have a foil Jorn, God of Winter. So no mythic in this pack. On the other side, we have Cauldring, the Rhyme Staff. Sorry about that, Paws. Really was hoping to hit a mythic for you there. And we have our Spirit Elf Warrior token. So thank you very much for opening the packs, Paws. I will get those sleeved up and ready for you. Nice cards. Definitely love the pathway. Glad you got those going there. If you have any questions about which cards you want shipped or anything like that, just let me know. Let me get your foils sleeved up real quick. Let me grab the right sleeves. Just one second.
Trying to find the podcasts that everyone's talking about? Whether you're looking for the hottest takes or coldest cases, we're making it easy.
My PayPal is cotherncards@gmail.com. So that if you go to cotherncards.com, it is listed on there at the bottom of the forum. Emily's back. Sorry it took so long. I'm back. Started having stuff to do. Totally understand. Get Paws Brown had opened up packs and got some fun cards. Go through them again real quick. He also sponsored a pack. Chaos. No, just cotherncards@gmail.com. No MTG. Let me type it out in chat for you. That way there's no confusion. There you go. If you don't get that, let me know. But let me know what you want shipped, and we can talk about shipping, get you the best price possible for that. Pay for the cards tonight, and then next week I'll pay for you to send them. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Pause. I will hold on to them for you. And then Emily looks like she missed Paus's packs, so let's go back through those real quick. Second. So first up, let me ping Chaos. See what he's doing. I can find him. Let's see if he responds real quick. Thank you very much for sponsoring those cards, Paws. Definitely appreciate it. Let's go back through what Paws got real quick. He got a collector Caltime pack. He got a foil Spirit Elf Warrior token, foil Agar the Freezing Flame showcase, non-foil Finn the Fangbearer showcase, foil Snow Covered Swamp, Dual Strike, Turn Upon the Tide, Ice Augie Mob, Highland Forest, Bound in Gold, Village Rites, rares were King Narfi's Betrayal, Extended Art Search for Glory, foil Mistgate Pathway with a Hengegate Pathway on the reverse side, Volvori God of Kinship. I didn't even realize this was a double-sided card. The Ringheart Crest is the other side of that. Pause. Sorry I missed that. Then we have a foil rare called Ring the Rhyme Staff with Bjorn, God of Winter. He also got 2 Jumpstart packs. The first one was the spellcasting with the Charmbreaker Devils and Dualcaster Mage. Second pack was the Minions pack with a Kel's Fight Fixer. Then get into the cards. He got 1 pack of Jumpstart for Chaos. And Chaos hit it big. He got the Elf pack, and in the Elf pack, he got a Crater Hoof Behemoth, which is pretty sweet, along with some other stuff. So thank you very much, Paws. Very generous of you all around. Appreciate the purchase. Let's see. Yeah, that was some fire that he opened up for sure. Just happy he's able to support me as well, Cothern, since you've been a supporter of mine. Pause, I really appreciate that. Definitely appreciate everybody who purchases packs here on this stream. Trying to keep things going on the YouTube channel. So it definitely helps out a lot. More just because I like opening packs and not really making crazy money on it or anything. I try to price it affordable so people can get better deals than buying at the Walmarts and Targets and whatnot. Definitely appreciate people supporting their local game stores as well. But I try to be competitive with them or a little better price when possible. Let me just check something real quick, guys, and then I'll be right back. Looks like Pause is like, you see what I open, and it's not cheap. Yeah, I hear you, bud. Magic is not a cheap hobby, that is for sure. But it's fun, and I love the community, and I love positive message that you spread, and how everybody always seems to come and hang out with your lives and stuff. So thank you very, very much. Chaos says, no way. Paws brought me a pack. My internet was not so good. So hopefully Chaos gets a chance to pop back in. If it does, I'll go ahead and show him his pack. But Emily says, thanks for making this content. It's really entertaining. Glad you're having a good time, Emily. Yeah, I'm just here to try to make sure everybody's having a good time. Magic's a lot of fun. So love sharing that with as many people as I can. Definitely want to say thanks to all the people hanging out both on Twitch and YouTube. Let's see if we can get back to going through this Caltime deck real quick. Peddler's still lurking. Good to see you still lurking, Peddler. Ice Prophet's got the refs doing the field goal. Touchdown would be better, but or is that's touchdown, right? I don't know. I haven't watched football at all this year, which is kind of crazy. And then my college I went to, James Madison University, is actually playing football right now, the spring semester. So FCS division's playing now. Fortunately, they don't have same hand signal for both. Yeah. So definitely appreciate you sticking around, Ice Prophet and everybody else. So thank you very much for that. So we're on the Restoration Angel for 3 and a white. It's a 3/4 flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. Great way to get some activation, enter the battlefield triggers. We have a Storm Herd. This is expensive. 8 and 2 white. Create X 1/1 white. Pegasus creature tokens with flying, where X is life total. By the time you can play it, you gotta hope your life total is still pretty good. Restoration is a champ. The non-angel part trips me up now and then. Yeah, I can imagine that would cause some problems, especially if you're running it in an angel deck. So here's Sun Titan, which, if I remember correctly, was the only Titan left out of the most recent Secret Lair drop. Interesting choice when running a card costs less than 10 cents. Just include it, but they didn't. So they have 4 of the 5 Titans in the set, but not this one. Anyway, back to Sun Titan for 4 and 2 white. It's a 6/6 with Vigilance. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may return target permanent card with a converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard battlefield. Because I play on Arena so much, I expect to see the little Vigilance symbol show up down here when I look at the card. So the problems of playing too much. Arcane Artisan, another mythic, which there's only one of all these cards in the deck, so their rarity's not super important here. 2 in a blue, you get a 0/3 human wizard. You can pay 2 in a blue, tap it, target player draws a card, then exiles a card from their creature card is exiled. That player creates a token that's a copy of that card. Leaves the battlefield, exile all tokens created with it at the beginning of the next end step. That's fairly complicated, but it's pretty interesting. So definitely an interesting card. Curse of the Swine's up next. 2 blue and X. Exile X target creatures. For each creature exiled that way, its controller creates a 2/2 green boar creature token. That's a interesting way to go about things. We had 2 cards there. And we have the expensive Day of the Dragon. It's 4 and 3 blue. When it enters the battlefield, exile all creatures you control, then create that many 5/5 red dragon creature tokens with flying. Leaves the battlefield, sacrifice all dragons you control, then return the exiled cards to the battlefield. Wow. Blue. That's interesting. Let's see. You can get that, stick around. That's pretty sweet. Not sure how common enchantment destruction is in Commander, but I'm guessing it's fairly common. Emily has to go for now, but it was nice chatting with you. Nice chatting with you chatting with you too, Emily. Hope to see you on Thursday. For everybody who's interested, I stream on Mondays and Thursdays starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. I go until I'm tired. Done. Weren't chatting or whatever's going on. Hope to see you next time, and have a good week until then. The next up is Inspired Sphinx, 5 and 2 blue for a 5/5 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, draw cards equal to the number of opponents you have, so that feature is great in Commander. Then you can pay 3 and a blue to create a 1/1 colorless Doctor artifact creature token with flying. It's a very expensive way to make flyers, but they are flyers at least, so that's nice. Here's a card with a ton of text. 4 and 2 blue, Synthetic Destiny. Exile all creatures you control. At the beginning of your next end step, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal that many creature cards. All creature cards reveal this way onto the battlefield and shuffle the rest of the field cards. So you're hoping you have a lot better stuff in your deck than you have on them. Paws says he is not a fan of Sphinx. It is pretty easy to see why. The card draw is really the best thing it has going for it for the cost, because 5/5 flyer should cost 5 blue, but by the time you play it, you probably do need some cards in your. So I don't know. I'll have to play with it, see if it stays in or comes out. Brago King Eternal's up next for 2, a white and a blue. Hold on 1 second, guys. Gotta get rid of that ad. For 2 white and a blue, you have a 2/4 flyer, Legendary Spirit Noble. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land control, then return them to the battlefield under. So, great way to get some more of those enter the battlefield triggers to go off again. Have Cosmic then for 3 and white. If a permanent you control would be put into a graveyard from the battlefield, exile it instead. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. You can foretell it or pay foretell of 1 white to play. That's one of the Caltime commander cards. Hero of Bredegard for 2 and a white. You have a 1 warrior. When you exile 1 or more cards from your permanents from the battlefield, put that many counters on Hero of Bredegard. As long as it has 5 or more counters, it has flying and is an 8. In addition to its types, 10 or more counters, it's destructible. The god, that is a powerful card. Another one of those Caltime commander specific cards. Stoic Farmer, 3 and a white. This is Caltime's card. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a Lane's card and reveal it. If an opponent controls more lanes, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Play this with Foretell for. Then we have Sage of Beyond, 5 and 2 blue. It's a 5/5 flyer. Spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand costs 2 less to cast. As Foretell for 4 blue. So 4 and a blue for a 5/5 flyer is pretty good. So I could definitely see that being foretold. Spectral Deluge is up next. 4 and 2 blue. Return each creature your opponent roll with toughness X or less to its, where X is the number of for 2. So that's where it's really important that your lands have that basic island type. Then we have Certain Elementalist, 5 and 2 blue, 8/8. This is one of the theme booster cards. So it is not in the main set, but it is in theme boosters, set boosters, and collector boosters. Additional cost to cast a spell, reveal a giant card from your hand, or pay 2. When it enters, or when it attacks, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. So that's pretty interesting. It could cost even more than 5 and 2 blue. You're not running a bunch of giants. Tale of Ancestors, 3 and a blue. Each player with fewer cards in hand than the player with the most cards in hand draws cards equal to the difference. Foretell for blue. That can help people other than you, so you have to be pretty careful with that one there. We have Urethral Valkyrie for 4 white and a blue, flying 4/4. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card, then exile a card from your face down. Becomes Foretold. Its Foretell cost is its mana cost reduced by 2 colorless. So that is interesting as well. Kind of expensive, but could be good. Then we have Angel of Finality for 3 and a white. It's a 3/4 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So somebody's running a lot of graveyard recursion. That can be good to get rid of that. Angel of Serenities, 4 and 3 white for a 5/6 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to 3 other target creatures from the battlefield or creature cards from graveyards. When it leaves the battlefield, return those cards to their owner's hands. So they don't even get back into play. They just go back to their owner's hands. That's pretty good. Just really expensive. Then we have Cleansing Nova for 3 and 2 white. Choose one, destroy all creatures or destroy all artifacts. Kind of surprised Doomscar didn't make this deck, but I think they were probably trying to keep dollar value down, so I could see why they made that decision. But that is it for this deck, guys. If anybody else is interested in purchasing packs, I can definitely handle that. Visit CothernCards.com and fill out the form. There's a YouTube video that shows how it works. Payments are made by PayPal to CothernCards@gmail.com, friends and family. So that's how that works. Anybody have any other Magic stuff they want to talk about? Happy to chat about any of the new sets that are coming out or anything like that. I'm going to sleeve these up in my perfect fits in my Dragon Shields real quick, and when we're done with that, if nothing else, it looks like I used different sleeves than I had planned on. Here's what it is. Tidy some stuff up around here real quick. See the black spoilers with Time Spiral. I briefly saw them earlier today. Don't remember what they were. Not buying Time Spiral, so, or at least I'm not opening any Time Spiral myself personally. So I haven't been following that super close. Also not standard legal, which is what I play that in draft, and it's not coming out on it. So it's kind of been all around not something super interested in, although it's always fun to have a throwback set. What set did I come into Magic? Paws asks. So first time I played, my brother had been playing for a while. My brother played during Tempest block, and then Thoughtseize, Damnation. Yeah, that's pretty solid stuff, that's for sure. My brother played during Tempest block, and then he kind of took a break for a little while and played a little bit in Urza's block, but didn't really have the money to buy many cards. He was big into Unglued, which what kid wouldn't it be? Then I came in during Invasion. I played through Odyssey block and maybe a little bit of Onslaught too. And then I got out. I went to college and I didn't play for a little bit in college. And I played during Ravnica block. And it was pretty much just Ravnica block. I think Mirrodin was right before that. I didn't play any Mirrodin. I think Time Spiral came out. I remember buying one pack of Time Spiral, the original Time Spiral. And then I didn't play anymore throughout college. I was just too busy. I was in the marching band. I had a job. I was doing school. Lots of stuff going on there. So I didn't play much. And then I graduated from college and just did not have the money for Magic. So I sold my collection, which I really regret now. I did keep anything that was from before Exodus, because Exodus was the first set with the color rarity symbols, and I didn't want to sell anything that was potentially valuable that I just didn't know, and I wasn't going to go look up thousands of cards to figure out which ones were rares and which ones weren't. Let's go ahead and zoom this camera out while so I sold my collection, and then I got back in, ironically, through Pokemon. I saw Leonhardt doing Pokemon pack openings on Facebook, which got me onto YouTube, and then I started seeing ads for Magic Arena. First of the Swine is sweet, all the cards. I saw an ad for Arena and I started playing Arena. I was like, oh, let's see what Magic's doing, and it said it was free, and I didn't believe it. And I haven't put any money into Arena yet, which is pretty amazing. So I basically picked up right when Zendikar Rising came out, and then probably a few months after I was playing on Arena, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna collect the cards. I don't know how much I'm gonna play in paper because everything that was going on with COVID, it had kicked into high gear. But I want to collect a set, and now I realize that sets aren't simply sets anymore, due to all the fun variants and whatnot. So I'm focused on collecting the sets up to the slash. So like in Caltime, it has 285 cards. I want the basic 285 set. I'll keep anything outside of the 285 set that I open, but not gonna try to get the whole set, at least not right now. And then we'll kind of see where things go from there. So long story short, started playing an Invasion block, played through Onslaught, didn't buy much Onslaught, took a break, and then picked back up in college for a year during Ravnica block. Sold my collection when I got out of college and got back in Zendikar Rising. So I know a lot more, but at the same time, I missed a lot. Like, I didn't, when I came back, I knew Planeswalkers had been introduced, but I had no clue how they worked. I had to like watch a YouTube video to figure it out. It was kind of crazy. Sounds like they're not as powerful as they used to be. No problem at all, Paws. Happy to share information like that. So, I think that'd be a great question. When did all you guys get into Magic? Leave a note in chat if you're interested. What set did you come in during? Did you take any breaks? I don't think I've heard your story, Paws. I know you love the artwork of Magic. I'm not sure when you started playing, or if you've quit and come back, or if you've just been playing the whole entire time. So I'd definitely be interested to hear that, as well as anybody else. Double sleeving is the first, well, it's the second time I did it with my other commander deck, but not a super easy process. The cards get a lot of air in them. Is there any trick with that? Peddler started with Revives and stopped with Homelands, and then at some point decided to collect basic land. If you guys haven't had a chance, check out Paws Brown and MTG Peddler on YouTube. They both have great channels. Maybe Paws will do that on his next Hump Day stream. That's a great idea, Paws. Hump Day is just a couple days away. Paws does premieres of his videos, I think normally at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Then after the premiere, about 15 minutes later, he'll do a live stream where, like this, people kind of hang out and chat. So if you're into that type of thing, make sure to check out Paws Brown's YouTube channel. The Peddler came back in Lorwyn until Rise of the Eldrazi, which I didn't even realize was a set, so that shows you how much I know. Then came back in Theros Beyond Death, and here he is. X Prophet over on Twitch says he's been on and off since Rise, never cashed out, and still got stuff. That is great that you never cashed out. Paws says, thanks for the great help on what to do during my stream. No problem, Paws. Happy to help out. MTG Gaming Bob says, I came in after the Dark released, and I am muting an ad. Second. MTG Gaming Bob says he came in after the Dark release, left after Homeland, back in Tempest through Prophecy, MTGO only for Mirrodin block, and then off until Ikoria. So what brought you back this time, MTG Gaming Bob? Yeah, I've noticed people leave and come back a lot, and sometimes I think it's just life circumstances, and sometimes people just get like burned out with everything that's going on in the game, which is totally understandable with the bazillion sets they release every single year. As Prophet says, when he found out EDH was the thing, he was stoked because he had a trove of one-off rares in my collection and such. Yeah, you probably really enjoyed that. MTG Peddler found girls. That's a good thing. Married now, so you're not interested in looking for girls anymore. MTG Gaming Bob says he came back because of the Godzilla lands. That's Peddler says that's why he left the first time. Not the Godzilla lands, but because of girls. Hopefully you don't leave chasing girls again, because I don't think my wife would be happy about that, Peddler. The Godzilla lands, was that the secret layer? Because as far as I know, I remember hearing about Godzilla lands, but I don't think they're in the packs. That must be a secret layer or something. Peddler would rather play Magic. I'm sure your wife would rather you play Magic too. But one thing I noticed with Dragon Shields, at least the last box, hopefully it's the case with every box, but they say they have 100 sleeves, but they normally have... Actually, does it even say how many are in here? It doesn't even say anywhere on the box. It says 100 sleeves. But I think they normally give you a couple extra. MTG Gaming Bob says secret layer. Funny enough, he doesn't think he owns it. I've not bought any secret layers. I was really close with the Bob Ross lands, but I decided against it. It is 38 total for the 4 packs, Paws, correct? And then we'll deal with shipping later this week. We can figure that out based on how many of the cards you want. You can rewatch this stream on Twitch or YouTube to see the polls again, or if you want, I can just send you a list of the rares and stuff, so just let me know. So yeah, I don't own any. Ice Prophet ordered the Bob lands, but they never came, so that means you didn't get the mess up email, which means you're only going to get one set of Bob Ross lands, not 2. So I saw rumor that they had messed up the shipments and they sent people who ordered non-foils foils and the people that ordered foils non-foils, so now they're gonna reship them all. New sleeves not working, and yeah, that does stink. Ice Prophet, I would imagine that's pretty disheartening to be like, oh, everybody else is getting 2 copies, but I'm only getting 1. My guess is they caught the error and they quit shipping them out when that happened. So, oh, MTG Gaming Bob said he was only referring to the Godzilla lands that he doesn't own. Man, I'm having a hard time with this card. He doesn't have any of that particular secret layer, but he does have other ones. What's your favorite secret layer so far, MTG Gaming Bob? Ice Prophet has to wait 2 more months. They're selling for like 2x right now. So did you buy it as a flip, Ice Prophet, or did you buy it because you want them? And then when you get it, it'll be people super saturated with people that got 2 and didn't want the free ones. Yeah, that can be a problem. He wants them. So that's the good news, is that you're going to get them. It's not like they're not coming. And if you weren't going to sell them, I guess the pricing part of it doesn't really matter. 2 non-foil, 1 file. Thought maybe sell 1. So yeah, maybe sell 1. That could hurt. Good news is the lands are beautiful. So hopefully they have a place in the deck somewhere or displayed. Or you could keep 1 sealed. Paws just sent the money, bud. Thank you, Paws. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely try not to make a habit of opening packs before payment arrives, but I know Paws pretty well. He's a stand-up guy. Not that everybody else isn't, but he sent me some giveaway cards. Definitely appreciate that. So happy to open those packs up for you. Not a problem at all. MTG Gaming Bob loves the Godzilla lands, Extra Life Secret Layer, and Bob Ross Secret Layer lands all equally. As Prophet says, it's weird they didn't take payment in November when you ordered, but they did take it a few weeks ago when it was supposed to ship. Yeah, that's a really good point. I know they had changed how they were doing the payments so that they were only supposed to charge you when they shipped. And Paws says, I'd hope either way I would have paid. Yeah, Paws, I know you're good for it. I feel like I know you personally, even though we've never met in person. But if just some random person came up, I don't know that I would be so trusting, if you get what I'm saying. MTG Peddler says, I paid for mine the day I ordered it. You can choose to pay immediately. Yeah, you can. I wonder if that had any impact on who's got shipped first. It is interesting that they're having issues. I didn't realize that they already took your payment but haven't shipped them yet. Paws asks that if I've played on Spell Table. I did play one game with the random dude on Spell Table. Well, 3 games, 1 session. That was a lot of fun. And as you can see here, I have a playmat, and the lighting's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I could probably get that adjusted. Matt Becker, hey, just quick stopping to say hello, everybody. Got to eat some dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Matt Becker. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely appreciate that. Everybody over on YouTube, if you're watching, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that would be a big help for me. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, Pause. And it's like I was saying, it's nothing personally against anybody. The internet's just a crazy place. I've seen plenty of people get scammed, but I know you're good for it because you're a very public figure in the community, and if something didn't work out right, it would never come to that because you're a stand-up guy. How's your son been doing, Pause? I know you stay busy with him, and his work been treating you good? Ice Prophet says, I thought it was made to order, so it's weird that you pay at the end, or I guess for me, some in the middle. Yeah, it really should be like they charge you when the cards get shipped out the door to your address, because they make a ton of them, you know, and they shouldn't be charging you before they're ready to ship them out. Like, I wonder what made them charge you when they did and why the cards didn't go out. Like, did you even get a tracking number or anything? MTG Gaming Bob says they added the delayed payment option because of complaints that they were getting interest-free loans due to the long delays. That's a valid complaint because they were holding on to people's money, and it was taking quite a while to ship some of that stuff. So I do that. Boss says he appreciates it. Work's been okay. Son's been keeping him busy. Nova Zulu says Cothern's good people. Paws says too. I appreciate that, Nova Zulu. Thank you very much. Yeah, delayed payment makes sense to me. I mean, honestly, I don't know what the big... I guess they have to set up the printers for however many get ordered, and that could take a little bit, but you would think they have the plates ready. It's just a matter of putting some print time on the schedule. But with Pokemon blowing up as much as it is, I imagine getting some time on that print schedule can be pretty demanding. I used to work at a paper mill, and manufacturing schedule for that stuff is definitely a very delicate process, and I would imagine something as in demand as printing cards right now would fall into that same general category. Ice Prophet said, no, I got the email saying they were ready to send me a tracking number, but didn't. Have you reached out to Wizards customer support, see what they say? That sounds really shady. Like, I know Wizards has done some shady stuff and they eventually make everything right, but I would reach out to support on that. That doesn't sound right. Definitely appreciate everybody chatting it up tonight. Makes the stream go by a lot faster and a lot more fun for everybody, I personally think. Definitely appreciate everybody stopping by. That's always fun as well. They definitely make a fair amount of mistakes. They do, but if you look at the big scheme of things, like, they're a pretty massive company. It's just, I feel like the Magic community is so quick to jump on them for any little thing. Like, like Paws says, Wizards is great to them. I'd talk to them if it were me. Like, anytime I've had a problem, they fixed it. It might have taken a while, but like I opened a foil Valakut Awakening rare for my set box and it had a print line on it. Like, it happens. It's part of the print process. It didn't get caught. Throw the cards through their window screaming, we're not going to take it. But they sent me a replacement, and like my foil was the regular version, and they sent me the extended art version. So they tried to make it right, and then like my Caltime dice, I emailed them. I was like, hey, look at my dice, and they're like, oh, we'll send you a new one. Like, I haven't gotten it yet, but it'll eventually come. And you know, at least they're not saying, well, that's just part of life, you're gonna have to deal with it, or you drug it against the sidewalk or something like that. MTG Gaming Bob says Carta Monday is expanding their printing capacity, but I believe you're correct. I think WotC having challenges with the amount of different products they're printing. Definitely see that. Like, I know paper mills are outrageously expensive. Like, they don't make new paper mills because they're so expensive, but we made the outside of cardboard boxes, and they make new box printing plants. So I imagine making new card printing facilities isn't that big of a deal. As long as they can get the supply of the card stock, which also shouldn't be a problem. He says he suspects all these print to demand products are going to have smallish print runs ultimately. Yeah. But you also have to think like small in what regards. It's not like beta small. It's like compared to a recent set. Second, guys.
Lately, we're doing a lot more at home.
Oh, look, another ad. Sorry about that, guys.
With pay per mile car insurance from all.
Might have to splurge for Spotify Premium to get those ads. Is it a print line or just a needle thin vertical line? Okay, so maybe I'm using the wrong terminology. It was like a needle thin line, like scratch or something. I don't know what it was, but they sent me a replacement, no problem. So sorry about that, guy. One second. Nova Zulu says it's definitely worth it. Just get the Spotify family plan for $15 a month. Put family members, friends on it. Charge them $5 cheaper for everyone. Yeah, I try to stay away from those subscription services, but Spotify might be one I have to splurge for, especially if the pack sales end up picking up at some point, because I don't want to have to keep muting for ads and whatnot. There are quite a few more cards to sleeve here. So Ice Prophet, it was like a needle thin vertical line, kind of like Paws got on back of his Elf Warrior token. If you're watching, opened up those packs. So does anybody else have any thought about? Happy to continue the stream. If not, probably be. Oh, look, Emily's back. Says she has more time and decided to come back. Good to have you back, Emily. Ice Prophet says he's seen it on some Caltime foils. Man, I've seen it on all sorts of WotC foils. It's not just Caltime. It's pretty much every set. I think what happens is there's something in the manufacturing process that moves the cards along the sheet, and if they are not properly... If the parts aren't replaced when they're supposed to be, or there's too much pressure, it can cause a line on there. I don't think there's anything expensive, but out of the pack, yeah. Also, he needs to learn how to use Twitch in the near future. Yeah, are you wanting to learn how to stream on Twitch, Paws, or are you just wanting to learn, like, using Twitch to watch? I mean, you're using it to watch, so you must be wanting to learn how to stream. It's relatively easy. Peddler wants to know what side am I most excited for. I'm not super excited about D&D set just because I've never played D&D. Nova Zulu says that he's got you, so good to hear that Nova can hook Paws up with that. And Paws, if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to share my limited knowledge. Not an expert, but got a stream going. Back to MTG Peddler, what am I most excited for? Usually it's whatever the next set is, just to get something new. Strixhaven looks like it'll be interesting. I'm hoping that, I don't know, like Ravnica was very guild themed, and it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the draft experience since I've been drafting more. Cards with Michael's in the house. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely appreciate that. Setup's approved again. He likes it. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate it. I think I got my card camera going on. Peddler says Modern Horizon 2 is his most exciting set coming up. I believe I have this on 1080 other than that camera, which is just ancient. So hopefully those look a lot better than they did last time, Michael. I also got this cool card arm or camera arm thing. Let me see if I can get it. Go. It's hard to see from that angle, but there's holds the camera above the cards, so glad it looks better. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I got this one. Scott shared it with me in the MTG Creator Mastermind Facebook group that I think you're a part of as well. Like $27. It's like one of those old school lamps that were on the hinges, but you can put microphones and cameras on it. So it's pretty nice, that's for sure. Definitely, like, you don't have the tripod in the way. I still have my I need to get a better webcam, but I still have, like, oops, sorry guys, I have my microphone in the way. I'm hoping to get that on one of these eventually too, so that it's not a big deal. Emily asked, do I have a favorite deck or format to play? Right now I'm enjoying learning Limited on Magic Arena. I'm not very competitive on Standard just because I don't have the card collection built up. I'm not paying to play on Arena, I'm just playing for free. So definitely something like for fun. I love playing like white life gain decks, but it's not competitive at all. Like the Righteous Valkyrie from Caltime, that's a lot of fun to play with. Ice Prophet says, I bought this light ring from Walmart for 14 bucks, has a holder for your phone, but it fits cards perfectly. That's sweet. MTG Peddler says his favorite deck was Jund, fun aggro deck. I have a ring light slash camera holder. It's like a little tiny ring light, but the frustrating thing about it is like it doesn't, it's one of those ones where you have to like twist and bend it to get it how you want it, but then like making minor adjustments is next to impossible because every time you bend it, it doesn't snap back to where you want it to be. But definitely appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. But Pillar says, tease me with those non-foil basics. Yeah, I got a bunch from here, but it sounds like you're going to be getting some from your buddy that bought the bundle. So you only need one of each anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, Peddler. Ice Prophet says, altars I took pics of are with the ring light. You can kind of tell. Yeah, ring lights aren't perfect, but they're better than nothing. I would ultimately like to get some new lighting as well, but every little thing costs money, and right now the priority is continuing to have packs to open for the YouTube channel. If you guys haven't had a chance yet, I would appreciate you heading over to YouTube and subscribing there. I am, last I looked, at 93 subscribers, so I was 7 away from 100. When I get to 100, I finally get a vanity URL, which is nice, so I can just be youtube.com/CothernCards. That would be a lot easier to tell people than be like, hold on, let me copy this crazy link. Paws says, thank you for your support. So grateful for your time. Not a problem at all, Paws. Thank you for your support and stopping by. Really appreciate it. Emily says, honestly, the setup is just fine. I like it. Definitely appreciate that. Thank you very much. Peddler says, I'm up to 95 subs. So thank you for whoever were those 2 subscribers over on YouTube. Definitely appreciate that. For anybody who follows on Twitch, there's a fun animation that pops up on the screen. So if you're lurking, hitting that follow button will have a little bit of fun there. So 5 subscribers away now. That's super exciting. Growing on YouTube and Twitch is very difficult. It's a slow slog unless you get lucky and hit it big or get a mention on a big channel. So definitely appreciate everybody who has found my content and stuck around. A lot of fun doing this stuff, and I'm glad that other people are interested in watching the content I produce. I know my stuff is not like top-notch, super like amazingly produced, but I try hard to try to make it so it's not awful. So MTG Peddler says he owes his growth to Cards with Michael, so I'm sure that's nice for Michael to hear. He's doing awesome himself. Michael's up to over 10,000 subscribers, so congrats to you, bud. If I'm there in like 2 or 3 years, I would be happy, but I don't know that I will ever get there, to be honest, but I would not complain if I did. Ice Prophet says, your pack prices are solid and you take care of your cards, which is huge for sending them out. Yeah, shipping is definitely something I will be taking very seriously, making sure people get the cards in good shape. Emily says she doesn't have a big channel at all, but I can try to shout you out on my channel. Emily, I didn't even know you had a channel. Feel free to leave a link in chat and I will go back and subscribe to you later on tonight. MTG Peddler says he will do the same, so feel free to drop a link in chat. Definitely want to do that. Peddler or MTG Gaming Bob says he owes Peddler huge thanks. He's really helped boost my number of subscribers, so thanks to Peddler. He's definitely another great member of the community. Cards with Michael says he appreciates you too. I believe he's talking to Peddler there. Thank you for being so kind. So I think overall the Magic community online is just great. I mean, it's amazing that like people like Michael have time to stop by. He's a very busy channel. Paws Brown says if you subscribe to his channel, he will shout you out in one of his videos as well. So Emily, if you have a chance, go ahead and search Paws Brown on YouTube and he will shout you out in one of his videos. Paws is closing in on 850 or 900 subscribers, so that's a pretty big deal. Michael's just packing cards, saw a notification and decided to swing by. Definitely appreciate it. I would imagine you spend quite a bit of time packing cards. Michael also does pack sale streams and he's been doing more Pokemon lately. I think Pokemon's like more popular for the pack streaming sales model. But he definitely does Magic and Flesh and Blood as well, something I've not gotten into yet. Boss's 850 subs is where he's at, so that's definitely exciting. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the air out of these sleeves because this deck would be like massive with all the air in here. I don't even think it would stand, so hopefully that just comes out over time. If not, that'll be interesting. But definitely appreciate you stopping by, Michael, and giving me a heads up last time on that stream quality stuff, because I actually had to change settings in 2 programs to get it to stream 1080p. So definitely glad you said something. Peddler says he barely has time for Magic. Don't know how you have time to deal in multiple trading card games. To Michael, yeah, I don't know how he does either. But I would imagine between work and Flesh and Blood and Pokemon and Magic, Michael's going like 24/7. Paws says squeeze them together. That's how I get the air out of my sleeves. Good to know. I will probably do that over time. Looks like
And deeper
Allstate
savings
is
require deep
back advertising again. So if you guys need car insurance, go check out Allstate. But I think that's about it for me tonight, guys, unless anybody else wants to pick up packs. If you do, just let me know. I'll stick around. Otherwise, I'm going to be heading out for tonight. As always, you can go to cothencards.com if you want to order packs for me to open on my YouTube channel. Happy to do that as well. It doesn't have to be on a live stream. Emily says I'm up to 97 subs. Thank you very much, Emily. That's great news. Michael says, to be fair, nowadays, if life gets busy, I just do what I can. I'm putting out less videos and doing less other things outside of stream. I used to be super stressed, and now I'm okay with just doing less. Yeah, Michael, you got to do what works with you, especially when you're trying to buy a condo. I would imagine you just have to do what works. I've been trying to figure out how I can repurpose some of this stream stuff to YouTube, but I think it's just going to take a lot of editing work, and it's not quite in the cards yet. Maybe down the road. But there's nothing wrong with doing less, especially when what you have is working for you and you're still growing. So great job there. Definitely appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. I'm going to update the inventory for our next stream, but I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you all on Thursday. I stream Mondays and Thursdays starting between 8 and 8:30 Eastern till we get to a stopping point, which we are at tonight. Thanks everybody for stopping by. If you have a chance, check out Paws Brown, Cards with Michael, MTG Peddler, Emily Golan, MTG Gaming Bob, all on YouTube. On Twitch, Cards with Michael is Subtle Panda. See if there's anybody else I missed. That is it. Oh, Justin MTG. He's over on YouTube as well. Nova Zulu YouTube channel off the top of my head. We'll see you on Hump Day Paws on your live stream if my son is by then. Definitely appreciate Wizard138 for the raid over on Twitch. That was amazing. Thanks guys for everybody who came over from. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Emily, I think her channel is just Emily Golan. But I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully she drops a comment or leaves a link in chat somewhere. I will be going to check that out after the video as well. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you have a good night. Stay safe out there. I will see